just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. Ooh, only time will tell. Ooh, tell. Ooh.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. Up this time. Up this time. Up, 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 I'm never ever giving up this time. Never giving up this time. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. I ain't never ever giving up this time. Never giving up this time. Never giving up this time. Never giving up Everybody's saying that I lost my mind. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever giving up this time. 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 I ain't never ever giving up. I've never really been the one who's worried. Always been the one who's keeping it cool. The kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free. I am Well, I am made to be free. Been thinking about myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've always put my feet wherever I want to. Before I saw who I could be, kept thinking, where did I go wrong? Then realizing where I do come from was asking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free. I am made to be free. Well, I am made to be free. That's my choice, what I need to be free. Still thinking how real love should feel when I know that it's not about you, just me. Cause I was made to be free. Cause I was made to be free. Cause I was made to be free.
You told me that it wasn't right. I knew it first that time. And even if I was blind, and all those possibilities really knocked me off my feet, surrounding all my dreams. All I know that was left now, the sun and the stars, now leaving me in the dark, leading me through it all. 'Cause you are the fire left in me, you lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fight out in me. You make me strong. I'll carry on with the fire that's left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out in me. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me. That's left in me. strong. I'll carry on with the fire that's left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out of me. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me. That's left in me. When all those dreams got caught up right in the middle, when love was real, like we were in the beginning, when all those dreams told me that I got it right. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me. That's left in me. Left in me. Some say that you're a fraud. Go get them. Start a debate, prove them wrong. Go get them. No one has to know but you and me. Hey, I can point you in the right direction. Then it's up to you. I can show you the right direction. It's not a mission for two. People have brains and hearts. Go move them.
it is I, your wonderful time master. Instead of the my tech shark, who is not here today. He is off doing sharky things. And the shark onesie. How he managed to do that, I don't know. So, let me bring in the, the cast.
I can't unsee the things I saw when I first met you. There was a glimpse of what's to come. I don't want anybody telling me I'm confused.
And here's the other person that is going to be doing stuff with me. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Let me get into the game thingy. And
Yeah, because it just says stream is starting.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes. And see, we have your new name and your new picture.
Woot. Woohoo.
Since at the moment there's only going to be the two of us, we'll I have my plushie with me, and so does Twyford, who's also here and very nervous. Hi. Oh, is it? Okay. Are you?
What? Oh.
Are you quiet?
Am I ever?
I don't know.
Hold on a second. Let's see what's up.
Maybe that's on your
end. Is that any better?
Well, I can hear you.
I don't know.
I know who Twyford is because Twyford is someone that Rags has encountered. Okay. Lemon says it's better for him, and I have increased the desktop audio to be a little bit louder. So, well, okay, yes, he is doing this on his phone. So, okay, so the only other person in the room.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, hi. I'm Katie. I do things and do funny voices.
Mostly English voices.
Yes, I am kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it. You
right.
can go on.
And I'm a wonderful time master. I've got to pull up some people. Timely things, I hope. Oh, what is that? Okay. Another one is that. Kicking a Dalek out of our dear friend Rags. Well, we don't know that yet. And let's see here. And we have it that. Okay, I haven't got all my characters up and running. As I said, I'm your wonderful time master. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. My cam is not where it should be. There.
It's doing things and stuff.
Well, it cut off the top of my head, so I wanted to make sure I fiddled with that.
I mean, you know, it's still early. It might still be off with your head.
Ah, all right. So let us get into this particular episode of um, Time Treaders.
Yes. Definitely.
And we're back. Hello, my darling little time travelers.
Who's a time traveler?
Huh?
I said, who's a time traveler?
Well,
Oh, wait, me.
yes, we're both our time travelers.
That's fair.
Yeah. What happened last time is our wonderful, wonderful band got kind of patched up with Mr. Captain Jack Harkness. Mr. Captain? Captain. Let's go
Mr.
with Captain.
Captain.
Yeah, Mr. Captain. Took you back to your TARDIS. And Tress went and fixed said TARDIS, which reminds me, Tress, you still look like looks like you've went through a coal mine. You never actually cleaned up yourself
Yeah.
after you fixed the TARDIS.
No, she did not.
Yeah. So she fixed the TARDIS while our wonderful Sharkman was trying to integrate two very different pieces of technology. He managed to do it, but it took him a bit. Then Tress followed the wonderful, wonderful thing that she had tagged the ship with. The group got to landed in what looked like to be a prison. As they were going through the prison, it looked like the prison had been, well, bombed. And then when they finally got to a place where they could see outside, they all realized that this particular prison was underground, which sent Tessa into kind of I don't know, a worrisome state.
Sure.
They climbed out of the prison. They climbed up the elevator shaft and beholded a world devastated by a massive, massive war. Tress clocked the ship, realized that it had crash landed. Williams and Rags, it kind of broke down looking at the devastation. She wasn't doing well. And upon finding the ship, they did not find their quarry, which I don't know how that made Tessa feel, but
Enraged mostly.
but they did end up finding a young man, a young 17-year-old named Dylan. And upon finding out that this particular world had been taken over, the cult that our wonderful band has been tracking since Earth, Dylan was asked to bring the trio to one of the old ones. He did so, and they started talking to her. And Tessa learned that this particular travesty happened 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two both Tessa and Williams learned in horror how they made the Dalek puppets and realized that Aurora, the person that they've been tracking, had just enough time to do this to their kobold friend. And where we last ended was Rags's eyes being as big as saucers and a eye stalk coming out of her head. Tessa, you were going to do something.
Yeah, she's gonna try and deactivate the parts.
Okay.
Knock her unconscious.
Okay. I guess that would be a technology roll.
Okie dokie.
Yep. I'm going to pull up my.
I assume that's my roll plus my tech level.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh no, not that. I am so sorry. I was trying to make you roll a skill that is not a part of the skills.
You mean engineering?
Yes, that's what I meant.
21.
Woo! Okay. You run your hand over Rags's head. And this is going to be twofold. One, the scan is going to definitely confirm what you already knew. And two, you see after Rags start to say your name, she's out like a light.
Well, and she will look at the people that are still there and say, "My apologies. It seems I have some things to do," she says. And she'll pick up Rags, like toss her over her shoulder and walk back, or, climb back to the TARDIS.
All right. Williams kind of has a panicked look for maybe about the 5 seconds it took you to run your hand over Rags's head and then see Rags, drop. And he's going to follow you. He says his apologies. He says his thank yous. And he also walks out of this lovely little bakery,
Mm-hmm.
which is called the Path of Crumbs. Just like saying that.
Okay. That's very literature heavy.
Well. Any rate. So you are walking back to the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pull out my wonderful dice. Save. Do I have? Where's my second one? There it is. Okay. Oof. Well, okay. Are you paying attention to anything else other than you going back to the TARDIS?
I mean, yeah. He's not trying to like get ambushed.
Okay. Uh, so, I want you to roll me a perception check.
16.
Okay. As you're walking back on the surface here, Williams
What was
has
that?
as you've been walking back across the surface back to the TARDIS. Williams is kind of doing what he normally does, is like, you know, he's a bounty hunter. He's going to tell you what's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And about halfway through one of the explanations, I think you're only like half listening. Uh,
There.
uh, he stops in mid sentence. What do you do?
Turn and look at him.
You see him standing there looking down at his hands, and he's doing the flicker in and out. Like, from
Yeah.
either Back to the Future, or if you've played Chrono Trigger, that particular effect.
That is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, he's looking down, and he looks up at you and goes, Tress, what's happening?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen this in person, but it looks like you're being written out of time.
Can we stop it? Can we fix it?
I can fix it. Stop it. No, not right this moment.
Okay. And as he's going in and out, his voice is getting it when he's fully there. You could hear him, and as he starts to wink out, it's you can't hear him as much. So back and forth there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she'll I suppose she'll put her vengeance on hold for long enough for him to blink out. So it's not like he's doing it alone, and then she'll continue on very like triply determined, infinitely determined. She's a Time Lord. I'm sure there's something more than infinity.
There probably is, but neither one of us will know it.
She knows it.
Oh, I know, I know. Uh. Okay. So you're going to let him wink out?
Yes. For now, yes.
Okay. So he's looking down at his hands, back and forth, looks up at you, and then he winks out.
One problem at a time.
Yeah, you still have a kobold over your shoulder that you don't know whether if she wakes up she's going to zap you to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna again make a beeline back to the TARDIS?
Yep.
Okay. It takes you about I'm going to say about an hour to get back to the TARDIS, and it's still there. It's still in the place where you left it.
Good. She'll, unlock the door, walk in, run Rags to the infirmary, uh, tell the onboard like TARDIS doctor. I mean, I assume there's tech or something from like the nurses, or the sisters of whatever they're called, the cat nurses.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll just set her down on the bed and call out, "She's a Dalek puppet. Fix that." And she'll turn and walk out.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Gallifreyan tech's pretty autonomous for the most part.
Oh yeah, it is.
So she'll do that and then go to the controls and make a 100-year hop back in time. Actually, yeah, just before they are set to arrive.
Okay. And I know it's 100 years back because of what the grandmother told you.
Oh, that's fair. She'll just do the 100 years back because that's the easiest way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I specifically pulled this up. Um. So you get to do the travel checks one more time.
Oh, hooray!
So, since you're only going through time, you're not going through space. We won't add that. So, roll me an intelligence check.
For what it's worth, she is going a little bit through space.
A little
She's
bit?
not gonna park in. She's not gonna park in the prison.
Oh, well, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Especially not one that will be functioning when she gets here.
Very true.
Okay. What was the check again?
And that was an intelligence check using your navigator's tools.
16.
Very good. The next thing is to navigate the vortex. Roll me a dexterity check using the temporal vehicles.
15. 15.
15? You nailed that. You were right on the DC, that's what I mean.
12 plus 3.
Wow. Alright. Well, let's roll this up. Ooh. Have we done that one? Ha! No, we haven't. Okay. Well, this will be interesting. Okay. You won't know the results of that particular roll.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, oh goody. And now we have to stick the landing. Roll me another dexterity saving dexterity check. Not saving throw. What am I doing?
14. I've been 16, 15, 14. Are you serious?
Well, this time you did not make the DC check.
Nope, I fall flat on my ass.
Well,
Not yet preheated, but yeah.
And then
20 minutes should.
I'll say this. Normally, I would be rolling 2 of these, 2d6, when you've succeeded. Now you're only rolling 1.
I'm only rolling. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
What was it again?
Yes. I'm gonna.
Half what?
What was I rolling again?
Alright. You're welcome.
I got real confused.
What do you mean?
I didn't stick the landing, and then you mentioned something about rolling. I think.
Oh yeah, I'm
My
rolling
brain
on. I'm
went-
rolling on the tables,
Ah.
and I just rolled a 1. And on the stick the landing table, you crash land.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to let's see here. Hang on. Nope. I'm going to roll that. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Rax is going to take
Okay.
4.
Okay.
What it says here is your time exits the vortex with ungainly high velocity momentum. You crash into something, causing damage to your machine. Any time travelers aboard, and whatever you crash into. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
your time machine is broken. You just fixed it.
It's fine.
And everybody is ruffled. They actually have a thing for that. You spit your tea, you tear your scarf, you mess up your hair, or something else that's ruffled to you. It's that is subjective. So you're ruffled. However you want to interpret that.
Yeah, she's probably looking up from the floor, just kind of blowing hair out of her face. Yeah, duh.
Because I've seen that more than once.
And then she'll run her fingers through her hair, so
It'll behave.
No.
Okay. Also, when you attempt to stand up, you realize that the that's that the inside is not concurrent with what the outside's doing. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's got a form of inertial dampeners.
Yeah. So yeah, you going to try to stand up at this point?
Yeah, she'll stand up.
Okay, at this point, you hear from the med bay a discerning beep coming from there.
She will make her way that direction.
You get back there, things are strewn about here, the whole 9 yards. The the thing that is that you told to fix, get the Dalek stuff out of Rags, looked like it was in the process of doing that when you crash landed. It is now on the floor. Okay, so if you want to scan Rags to see if whatever was supposed to happen happened,
yeah.
You may.
Yep. She's gonna do that.
Okay. I think that's a technology roll.
So engineering.
Oh, engineering, not technology. Damn it! I'm in the other system because that one has a technology skill on there.
It's 16.
16. You scan the Dalek machinery that was in Rags's head is out. You start to see her. It's odd, but you haven't seen something like this on this end. You start to see her sparkle.
She actually steps back out of the room and closes the door. She's not stupid.
Okay. How long are you waiting?
Well, the door has a window she can watch.
Okay.
She'll grab a pair of sunglasses and...
Okay. You watch as not only Rags is enveloped by this gold light, but you also see her lift up off the bed.
She's thinking to herself, what is this, 3-4 times now?
The light gets brighter and brighter and brighter until even with the sunglasses you can't see anything.
Yeah, she gets to the point where she'll close her eyes and
whew, the light starts to go away. Rags is now back down the bed. She looks exactly the same as she did when you put her on the bed. So still kobold. Ish.
It's the ish part.
Yeah, it's the ish part.
She'll walk back in.
Uh-huh.
And, start making sure everything's there, 2 hearts, 2 lungs.
You do?
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. You start checking her over. And yes, when you originally met her under Tress, you did note that she only had 1 heart. And now she has 2. There are 2 distinct heartbeats.
Well, at least you sound normal now.
The blue eyes kind of flutter open. And, Tessa, you hear this in your head. Well, at least you didn't have to shoot her.
I had thought about it.
Let me guess, you thought it for about a nanosecond and then you decided not to?
I don't want to give myself that much credit.
Fair.
I thought about it for a bit longer than that.
Fair. Well, that's not exactly how I intended that to go. Don't get me wrong, I knew that this was going to happen at some point. But there is a problem. I did tell you that the soul of your friend had to go someplace, and why not into a kobold? The problem is, the memories didn't go with it. It's just the soul.
Fair.
So she's...
And why can't I tell them that I know them?
Oh, you can tell them that you know them.
From before.
Oh, you mean before she became a kobold?
Mm-hmm.
I posit this.
You may not believe me.
No, she may not, but I posit this. I'm the goddess of stories. Tell a story. And the voice winks away.
Yeah. Right. You know, you're very uppity for a human.
You hear general laughter and the smell of popcorn. Now, I know that Time Lords tend to not like gods.
No.
No, they don't like gods.
Because gods are just advanced beings being asshats.
Well, this was not being an asshat. That much you do know. This one has been more or less...
No,
What?
Tessa just thinks she's a human that thinks more highly of herself than the most of the universe does.
Yeah, but Tessa will also note that this particular person who thinks more highly of herself also is not messing with other humans or anything else in this universe. Is not trying to take it over. And
well, no, it's not that she doesn't like Mary. It's that
right.
She thinks she's uppity.
That's fair. It's not the first person that thinks that Mary is uppity, so you're in good company.
No, No, I don't think... Yeah, that's fair.
So, this small creature looks up. Okay.
Enjoy your nap?
I think so. Ah! Her reaction. She puts her hand on her chest, expecting only to feel one heartbeat. She feels two, and she is surprised by it.
Mm-hmm. There's no need to be afraid. That is completely normal for us.
Us? What did you do to me?
I did nothing. I'd like to tell you something, she says.
Okay. All right.
You know that tattoo on your arm?
Yeah, which, by the way, when Rags did what she did, it didn't go away.
Yeah, That's fair.
Yeah. How about that?
Let's put it this way. I
Yeah.
remember when you got it.
But you were nowhere near or on the planet that I was on when I got this.
Well, let me explain a bit.
Okay.
Picture this. A 24-year-old blonde singer
Okay.
walking down a Santorin alley with a rather handsome pirate man. They are rather intoxicated. He is bloody because he just got into a bar fight again. And they stumble into basically, she's going to explain the origin of the tattoo.
Okay.
I get that it's probably not accurate, but
Well, actually,
she's
we
gonna
don't. Yeah, actually, we don't know where the first time that the Corsair actually got the tattoo.
fair enough. Well, then now we know.
This is your
She'll
explanation of
continue.
how this happened. So yeah.
She'll continue.
Mm.
Well, the pair stumble into a the two stumble into a tattoo parlor,
Mm-hmm.
and well, somebody made a comment about somebody else being a snake chasing their own tail. And, well, the idea kind of stuck. And for what it's worth, Santaran tattoos are rather durable, especially for Gallifreyans.
Trans. Does that mean I'm now one of you? I liked being a kobold.
No, it means that you hold the soul of one that is slowly changing you into a Gallifreyan, I think.
Okay. Okay. I mean, the last memory I have is something sprouting from my forehead. Was that taken care of?
Yes, and then you regenerated like I did.
You mean I got all glowy?
Hmm. However, it seems you chose to stay you.
Okay. Is that
Well, the,
unusual?
no, we
Okay.
can choose to stay who we are if we choose, like if we concentrate hard enough. However, I do believe the regeneration did cause the emergence of your second heart.
Yeah, that's kind of disconcerting.
You get used to it.
Okay. So you're saying that I'm now a. I guess they're going to have to come up with a new classification for me. A time kobold?
No, you're a Time Lord, same as me.
Okay.
You just happen to look like a kobold.
Okay, this is a lot.
That's fair. Oh, I have one of your old guns, she says. And she'll walk in, reach into her purse and pull out one of their old flintlocks.
Okay. She looks at that. A pirate, you say?
She nods.
Where's my rapier?
That is in my TARDIS hanging on my wall.
Nutsoids.
Yeah, that's a funny phrase coming from you.
I want my rapier. I mean, if I'm going to have that, and she points to the log, then I ought to have something that I can snicker snee up close, right?
Well, I'm sure that the doctor has one somewhere around here. I'm simply saying yours is in my TARDIS.
And the last time we saw your TARDIS, which was a tour bus,
It's probably not anymore.
I have no doubt. Okay, so, all right. And you see her kind of turn, like all the way on, to the side of the bed. Her feet are doing the swing back and forth.
I bet you feel like you have the worst hangover ever, Core.
Right
For the
now,
record, she said Core.
mhm.
Like Corsair.
Yeah, I'm aware of what that is.
Okay.
She kind of looks. Rags kind of looks up at you and goes, for right now, can you just continue to call me Rags because that will make me feel just a wee bit
Sure.
better? I mean, this.
No, No, that's fair.
Okay.
Let's go see about getting you a sword.
Okay. All right. You see her hop down.
She'd be able to feel the planet moving. She'd be able to everything Tessa can do.
Oh yes. Except I'm going to do one other thing. As she hops down, wow, that was a 25 on her acrobatics check. She goes, hey, okay, now that's weird. I have never done that before. And she actually does it. She actually does a pirouette.
Show off.
What? Can you blame me for figuring out that I could do stuff better?
Oh no, have fun, explore. I'll be in the armory.
Well, I'm going to follow you. It's just woohoo, and she's going to follow you to the armory, but she's doing like leaps and
Yeah.
and farm rolls and somersaults and cartwheels and
Pirouettes and
pirouettes. Yeah, it's just kind of all sorts of in your brain, Tessa. It's all nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You two get down to the armory. You guys are specifically looking for, is it a sword or is it a rapier, like what Rags wants?
Okie dokie.
Is it a sword or is it a rapier? What are you guys looking for?
It's a rapier.
Okay. Then rolled me. Roll me a perception. And I'll have her roll one too with her new stats. Oh yeah. I think
15.
she's taking in all the stuff that's here. He has a lot. This particular individual has a lot of stuff. What was your roll?
15.
15. As she's saying this, kind of not looking at the same direction you are, you do spot that the doctor has a whole wall full of
Various rapier and stabby swords.
it's rapier, stabby swords, that sort of thing.
Rags.
Huh?
I suppose take your pick.
Ooh.
And for the record, the doctor has always been a pack rat. One day you'll remember that. She smiles.
I don't remember much. I mean, other than my previous life as a kobold.
She nods.
Oh.
I was made aware.
To be guessed by Lady Mary.
Yes. For the record, that exasperated. It came. Yeah.
Yes. I'm well aware. So Rags makes her choice. She takes it off. She uh steps back, you know, kind of does the you know, kind of the
Mm-hmm.
and as she's doing this, somehow or another she either pushes a button or it's because of the way that she's flicking it or something. It electrifies. Ah!
Well then, you certainly picked one with all the bells and whistles.
I guess I'm a good picker?
Normally,
That ah.
but you're usually not very bright. She chuckles.
I'm actually taking that from a thing from um Critical Role.
But yeah,
and then and then this crackling goes on for maybe 6 seconds, and then it goes away. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Does this thing have a sheath? Ah! Picks up a sheath off the same wall, puts the rapier into the sheath, and then she attaches it to her belt. She's also going to take the pistol that you have, which I do not have stats for.
yeah. For what it's worth, it is actually the Corsair's pistol.
I have no doubt in that. It's just that I'm going to actually have stats for that, so I'm going to be looking for that as we natter on here. Because I've got to add that to her character sheet. Ah, they do have a flintlock pistol. Yay!
Mhm.
There it is. A 1d8. Wow.
I would imagine theirs is modified to where you don't have to pack it every time you fire it.
Oh, more than
It just
likely.
kind of manifests and reloads.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we'll do it that way.
Tessa still has to reload because she has a human pistol, but
That is very true.
Doing that prep as
Let me go and peek at this. I'm also increasing the damage of the pistol. Simply because, as you pointed out, this is the Corsair's pistol, and it has. Not only does it manifest ammo, but it probably does more damage. You could hit it from, she could shoot it from further away, that sort of thing.
I don't think it would be above it being their Sonic too. But that might be too much.
Technically, Rags' Sonic is her vortex manipulator.
Fair.
So we'll just keep the quote Sonic as that, because that that works a little bit better in my poor little brain. So she picks that up. She takes the flintlock. She looks at it, Well, this has been modified from there to back. I'm assuming that I did this to that.
Okay, but if it's
Yes.
we'll see what the price.
Yes, you did.
We'll see.
Okay. And she puts it in a holster on the other side. So, rapier on one side, pistol on the other. She is good. All right. So, now, you've brought me back here. What is going on? I mean, okay. What? What is going on? I remember us coming here. It was horrible. I broke down and cried because of what I saw. Obviously, you brought me back here to get the stuff out of my brain. What happened after that? Because I was out.
Well, Williams has been erased from the timeline, and
He's what?
She nods. It's another problem to fix. First we deal with the Daleks, then we go find the Shark Man.
I want you to roll me a perception check, Tessa. As you two are nattering in the armory. That's the word I'm looking for.
11.
11. Okay, you are. I want to make you distracted because you're trying to explain to Rags what the hey-hoo is going on. Kind of, are you going to tell her your plan, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the middle of telling her your plan of what you guys are doing here. Rags actually rolled a nat 20. And she goes, I hear you, but there's something going on behind you. I think he's winking in and out.
She'll turn around and look.
And there's Williams, kind of. Help? Please?
She'll they're in the sick bay. She'll rush over and put up some kind of temporal containment field around him, keep him trapped to the sick bay.
Okay.
She's gonna Zord on him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You put a force field around him, and he goes, okay.
I'll keep you from blinking in and out for now until we can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Did you fix Rags? Did you help Rags?
Rags? She just looks down at Rags.
Hi. Apparently, I went all glowy and gained another heart, and I'm not like her. Pointing to you, Tessa.
Yes, turns out she's a Time Lord. Who would have thought?
And Williams's eyes get, we'll do the cartoon thing. Boing! Okay. So you said, okay, so she's fine. Good, I don't have to worry about that now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to worry about why I'm winking in and out. Although you put me in this as I shouldn't be winking in and out.
Yes. Downside is you're also not leaving this room. Or that spot.
Well.
There is a chair there.
Okay. And you see him sit down in the chair. Now, the chair's not designed for a shark man.
No.
So it kind of looks like
I'm
it's
sure there is one, but
not where you put him.
well, no, where he ended up popping up. No, it's a chair made for a humanoid,
Yep.
smaller one.
Yep. So he sits down in the chair, and the chair looks like it bows out, and it looks like it's crushed down a little. This is highly uncomfortable.
Well, it's the best we've got right now, because if either one of us walks into that place, well,
Right.
the
Okay.
side effects to us would be rather unpleasant.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. Well, are you going to? All right. Just go, and I'll be fine. I hope.
Well, I mean, the TARDIS has any number of entertainment packages, so have at it. 50 million
Right.
channels, and you'll
Nothing
probably
to
not find
watch.
something on.
2 billion channels and nothing to watch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um. All right. Kind of looks up to you. Okay. So he's dealt with, at least temporarily, right? Right. Okay. Let's find out where we are, because apparently we've moved this.
We've moved through time, and I did take us out of the prison, so I'm not quite sure where we ended up on the planet.
Apparently, we ran into something. Maybe you don't know how to control this thing as much as you think you do?
Alright, smartass. You know, one thing I didn't miss was your mouth.
What? Alright, let's find out where we are. Okay.
Yeah, she'll, you know what? She's gonna go look out the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You
She's
look
gonna
at...
do the Time Lord thing instead of looking at the sensor.
Of course. Rags is like on your heels. You peek out the door. Now, you have landed 100 years in the past, just like you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You have you have crashed through a building. Now the TARDIS, as you're looking out, you're also looking up. So the way that the TARDIS crashed through the building, it crashed through the building and then kind of landed up. So then the doors are up this way. So the building that you managed to crash through, oddly enough, was the self-same bakery that you met the grandmother in, which was the Path of Crumbs. There's that one.
Was it destroyed in the same way that... It wasn't destroyed at all, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Oops.
Oopsie! Now there's a TARDIS-sized hole on two ends of the building. One at the very top, because this was a 4-story building. One at the top, and one down like on the second floor. So that's how you guys came through. So you poke your nose out, you see the hole on the second floor. Oops.
Yeah, more or less.
And Red goes, so where are we?
We're in the bakery where we met the old woman.
Oh, well, no, you're not in the bakery. You're in the
building of the bakery.
No, you're in the alleyway next to the bakery.
Oh, the alleyway next to the bakery is
Right.
what she'll say.
Yeah, and the TARDIS is like laying flat on its back, technically. It has a pretty sky.
Certainly prettier than It used to be.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Well, come on.
right.
And she'll hoist herself out.
As you're hoisting yourself out, you
Which,
hear.
which looks like her laying on her stomach and pulling herself out.
Yeah, Rise is going to do something similar. As you and her are pulling yourselves out, both you and her, hear a moan. Ow, ow, why, owie, why?
It sounds like, what does it sound like?
It sounds like a young 17-year-old. Hail.
Is it inside the TARDIS?
No, it's outside.
She's gonna, yeah, she'll actually hoist herself out faster,
Uh-huh.
hoping she didn't hit someone.
As you're coming out and looking around, you see lying next to the TARDIS is Dylan.
Oh, this is surreal in so many ways.
I know.
What?
I will tell you what I rolled. Yeah, I will tell you what I rolled on the
Did he latch onto the outside?
what I rolled was a 7 and it was stowaway. Someone slipped into your time stream hitching a ride using your technology. Depending on your time machine. Yeah, depending on your time machine, you might not be immediately aware, which is what I did. Game Master selects a creature or NPC to stow away on your time machine. Now it says on, that also could be in. I decided not to do that. I decided to kind of what Dylan did was what Captain Jack did. You know, hanging on to the outside of the TARDIS. Hitched a ride.
Dylan?
Oh, I have a headache.
I should hope. I should think so.
Oh. You see him recognize you. He clocks you. And then he realizes, being a teenager, he realizes that he is in deep kimchi.
A bit.
Just a little. Hi.
Hello. You know, I normally don't pick up tag-alongs. Rags here is a friend, and, well, the fishman was forced upon me by himself. So, give me one reason why I shouldn't throw you in the TARDIS and send you back to your own time.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Actually, he. Yeah, let's go for that. Oh, come on. Really? To the dice jail with you. Oh, wait. Okay. He looks up at you, and goes, "Well, um, I was, I was kind of worried about, that one." And I'm pointing to Rags. And well, you said something about going back in time, and I've always been curious.
Well, welcome to your planet, 100 years in the past, he says. In fact, there's the bakery where we met your elder. She points to the building with the hole in it.
Okay. And he's attempting to give a grin, but you can see that the headache of him going through the time vortex and then your rough landing has definitely rattled him.
Rags, do you think you can go grab him an aspirin? He's gonna feel like he's been through 12 keggers for a little while.
And she looks at him. Did I?
Like, yeah, he does. Wait, how did I know that?
Considering that particular skill is not top on her list, that was a 16. She just rolled her medicine check. She takes one look at him and goes, probably not an aspirin.
I was being figurative. I know you know what to get.
And she just kind of looked up at you. Yeah. Goes over to him, because at this point he's kind of sat up. Puts her hands with the claws on top of his head and starts massaging his head.
To be fair, Tessa just didn't want to touch the kid. She's a bit uppity.
She is a bit uppity. Uh, Rags.
She's the first daughter. Of course she's uppity.
Yeah. Um, Rags finishes the massage on Dylan's head. Dylan goes, oh, whatever you did, that feels better. Ugh. Okay. You two didn't tell me what your names were. Spell.
I'm the Countessa.
And he looks at you like you've lost your last marble and it's rolling across the floor.
You asked.
And then she looks over at and then he looks over at Rags and I'm still Rags, but apparently this one knows me as something else.
The Corsair.
It to be figured out. And then Rags kind of does the non-committal shrug.
She chuckles. Yes, we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. So the Contessa and Rag slash the Corsair.
You've never met a Gallifreyan before, have you?
Well, that was a 24 on his history check. Kind of looks at you. Well, I mean, I've heard of that. We've all heard stories about a person, going around fixing problems or causing problems, depending on which way that particular story went. And Dylan shrugs.
Yeah, when he starts doing the saving people and causing trouble,
Mm-hmm.
like, and mentions the one guy,
Mm-hmm.
Tessa just pinches the bridge of her nose and starts shaking her head. Yes. There is one of us who has quite the Messiah complex. But there are a few more of us than just him. Well, them.
Okay. All right. So, and Dylan slowly gets to his feet, and you've noticed that the clothes that he was wearing, because of his unusual trip through the time vortex, it's well, it looks like it's been singed. Around the cuffs of his shirt, and around the bottom of his shirt, and around yeah.
She's gonna run her hand in front of him
Mm-hmm.
and get a scan of his clothes.
Okay.
And then she's gonna slip back into the TARDIS and go to the wardrobe and find the exact clothes brand new.
Okay. You kind of and Rags is still out there with him, so you do that. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's kind of basic at this point.
A little bit.
And as you're coming back out, you hear Dylan and Rags, and it sounds like that these two are talking about how did he know that he didn't want to be a part of the cult anymore? That kind of a conversation. As you're coming
Fair
back
enough.
out, coming back out of the TARDIS. Are you presenting him with the clothes at this point?
Yeah. So hand him the clothes and.
Oh, thank you. Like I was saying, Rags, I found out that I no longer wanted to be in the cult when I got outside information that what the cult was talking about, other places, wasn't true. It kind of rocked my world. So I decided that I needed to get out. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, all the stuff that I've read about people who get out of cults, that's kind of how they find out about, other things and get out of them. I mean, lots of examples on Earth. Earth? Oh,
There
right.
were a few on Gallifrey as well. Long ago.
Back when the fairies were on Earth.
Back when the Silurians were on Earth.
Right. Okay. And Dylan takes the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
looks around for a place where he can change.
I'm sure there's a dumpster or something. She'll point him back inside. She'll just be careful when you go in. Gravity's a bit wonky.
Alright, are you sure we're going to be able to change in this? Pointing to the TARDIS. You know what's going to happen next.
Oh, you dear sweet summer child, just get in the damn thing.
Okay. You see, Dylan get into the TARDIS, and then what both you and Rex hear is the immortal words that every new companion says when they walk into the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
She just looks at Rags and says, "Yep, I'm stuck with him now."
After a few minutes, he comes back out, kind of wide-eyed. Oh my. They're not going to believe me. No one's going to believe me back where I came from.
I mean, that's fair. Pocket dimensions are usually hard to explain to. It's complicated. I don't think you'd quite be able to even start to comprehend the basic equations to start it. I'm also not trying to be derogatory. That's just how it is.
You see Dylan kind of look down at the ground, kind of waddling. No, I think you not explaining that to me probably will be a good idea. My brain is already hurting that I walked into that. Well, that machine is on its side, and when I walked in, I was standing straight up. That already threw me for a loop.
Yes, quite. Um, no matter what direction the TARDIS lands, gravity will always be what it is on the inside. So you'll always be upright, more or less.
As you two are talking back and forth, Rags happens to look up in the sky. Well, I think we just about made it in time, if that's the right word to use in this particular whatever we're doing here.
Actually, it is. She's gonna walk inside. She's going to grab every gun Williams has, including the big ones. And she's basically going to blow the fucker out of the sky.
Well,
Well, I mean, destroy it with, like, rockets and.
Rags.
She didn't think she'd get this lucky.
Well, what Rags actually saw was the space machine screaming acid streaks across this across the
Aw, dang.
yeah,
Oh well.
as it's
Then she'll start marching.
yeah. Let's see here. As it screams across the swirling green and yellow sky. I couldn't remember my sky color, so I had to go and look it up. And that's when you actually see it, you see it's the same ship that you saw before. Um, the uh regenerative energies is a lot stronger as it's screaming across the sky. And it does look like where you hit it was right in the place where the engine was, or yeah.
Well, seemed like past me had pretty good aim.
Uh, yeah. Is it
Go kill
supposed?
this cult leader.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry. What?
You want to kill a cult leader?
She looks at Dylan. Did I stutter? What? Like she's asking. Like she's not like being like mean about it. She's like asking him a question, and then just kind of looks back at
Actually,
or
who was
looks back
saying?
at Ray.
Well, who was saying that was actually Rags, not Dylan.
Yeah, I know. She was
Yes.
asking Dylan, and then looks back at Rags.
Dylan goes, I don't think she was stuttering. I kind of a rhetorical question. Um, why?
Well, couple of reasons.
And those reasons are.
She turned you into a Dalek puppet. She killed me, in a manner of speaking. And I'm tired of being made a fool of. Especially when the person making a fool of me is a damn human. No offense, Dylan.
None taken. Wait. This Aurora person, the one that destroyed my world, killed you?
It's complicated.
Trust me, it is. You really don't want to know. She used to be a really famous singer. Now she's this. Pointing to what you look like now.
She nods. And I can't sing a lick.
Can you whistle?
She does whistle, but it's not melodic. It is loud and very forceful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so yeah, you've... Dang. Okay. I hope we get back to something more melodic. If you decide to do that glowy thingy again.
I would hope not anytime soon, but
Okay.
I do only have 12 total. Well, technically so do you, but that's beside the point.
Wait. I do?
Assuming that you don't, as long as the rules aren't counting the lives you've already lost. I'd say we have about the same number.
Okay. And Rex kind of looks around and at Dylan and kind of does the shrug. Dylan looks at you too and goes, "Okay, so we're going to go and find this individual to stop her from doing what?"
What she did to your world when we left.
And if you do happen to stop her, what happens to me?
You'll probably still end up where you are. Fairly sure your memories won't be altered, but odds are you exist now, you'll exist then. Just because the Daleks invaded doesn't stop your parents from getting together and having you.
Right? At this particular point in time, there are people, because this is an alleyway that's sitting next to the bakery. There are people walking up and down, um, as you can see. They are in their it, Tessa, you recognize this bakery being in one of the more affluent uh, neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who are walking around are wearing finer clothes, stuff that both you and your father would go, nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
For the record,
Mhm.
her she is going to use her cover story.
Which is
For now, I mean, for the rest of the game, I suppose that it's going to be affluent businesswoman from another city.
okay.
And what that does is, let's see, starting at third level, you think fast on your feet and instantly generate a cover story for yourself that the creatures you encounter will buy.
Okay.
From that point forward, you have advantage on all charisma checks to maintain that cover. You may keep your cover story until something obvious occurs that to derail it.
Oh, you took Con Woman, didn't you?
Yes, con
Yeah,
artist.
Con Artist. Yeah. When I went and did mine, I did mine as a trickster, and she is a criminal. Because that fits. The Corsair.
Yeah, I yeah, I figured politician's daughter. Closest I could get was River Song.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see that completely. Um. Okay. Uh. So.
And she'll make sure that the other two know the story and
Right.
have
So.
Rags use her filter.
Right. Right. Filter. That's right. You gave me a filter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. She could do her own damn engineering. See if she could tinker with it. She does.
Gotta love that Gallifreyan knowledge.
Well, yeah. Um,
Even if it's innate.
well, yeah. Let's see. I mean, that's a 22. She takes the perception filter. She fiddles with it. She puts it back on. And what age are you going for, Tessa? As your powerful businesswoman?
Uh, mid 30s.
Okay. The look that Rags has come up with is someone in her mid 20s, so, full 10 years younger than you. Um, Wearing what looks to be this particular planet's business suit, glasses, well, Rags always had glasses, but that's beside the point. And her hair, while it is not rainbow, which is something that Rags would have preferred, so she's going a little bit more business-like. It has like rainbow tips, but the most of the hair is kind of a brown color.
Fair enough.
And
That's got to be weird for Dylan.
yes, it is. Dylan goes, so she just went from a copper scaly short person. Oh yeah, and the size is
Probably about Tessa's height.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. So
So she's about 5'6". Yeah.
Yeah, about 5'6". And just Dylan's just sitting there going, okay, so if you're a powerful businesswoman, then what are you? Oh, I think we did this when you were a singer. I was your second in command.
Assistant.
Assistant. That's it. That's what it was.
She nods.
Your girl Friday.
Yes.
That's what it was. So if I'm your girl Friday and you are the powerful businesswoman, what does that make him? Play back to Dylan. Dylan goes,
What color is his hair?
that is a good question. Let me go and look, because I actually... his hair is black.
She just kind of grins at him and says, well, little brother, I suppose it's time I show you a little bit of the good life.
Blink, blink. Okay. Brother. All right. I'll roll with it. But don't I have to be as fancy as what you two are wearing?
Not necessarily. Just because I'm a businesswoman doesn't mean that is the path you took.
Good point. Well, shall we?
She nods.
Where are you guys going?
Towards the ship crash.
Okay.
I thought that went without saying.
Okay. That's fair.
The cover story is just for if they're stopped.
Ah! Good point. So, you guys walk to where the ship has crashed. And as you're walking, you do see other people running towards that. If you remember what the grandmother said, when they saw the ship crash, people ran to help because that's just the way they were. It was a part of the
Remembering that, Tessa will actually run like she's concerned.
And Rags will run too.
And she'll look back at Dylan as they're kind of running towards the thing and says, while our cover story is what it is, if I take something out of my pocket and say something, just go with it. And yeah, she'll keep running.
Okay. I love what Evil said. A powerful businesswoman. I'm sure could always use a bodyguard too. Yeah, I know, but he's not here. That's exactly where I would have put Kenny Williams as the bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the role he plays.
Yep.
In these little charades.
Yep. So, you're following along. You've gotten to the ship. The ship is definitely in the 3 pieces that you saw, 100 years in the future.
bridge first. If there are like cops and stuff there,
there are.
She's gonna pull out her psychic paper and
Oh,
declare
boy.
she is probably a super high up military officer.
Okay. Now, how psychic paper works. Dang it,
Yeah.
I can't remember how psychic paper works. My little brain is going, uh-huh. That's a gadget, isn't it? Data pad, clear gun, wrap boots. Psychic paper. Okay. As an action, you may show the psychic paper to a creature, and the creature must make a saving throw. A fail save, the creature sees whatever you want them to see. A successful save, they just see a blank sheet. All right, you're showing this to the police
officer.
Yeah, the police
Yeah.
officer.
The first responder, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are police officers starting to ring the crash, and you could see that there are first responders actually going into the ship to see if there's survivors.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna halt the people going into the bridge and go in first.
Okay. The role for the psychic paper, he believes you. You are high. You are Colonel.
Mm-hmm.
You are Colonel
Colonel
Potter.
Tessa Dillon.
No, well, you are Colonel Tessa Potter.
There, done.
Full word Colonel, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've watched a lot of MASH, so that's where I'm getting that from. And the guy goes, "Oh, yes, Colonel Potter. Yes, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am."
At ease. Just let me go in first and see what we're dealing with, and then you can send your people in.
Oh, yes. And so he lets you through. The first responders, there are a lot of, on this world, firefighters, and they're the ones, because this thing came down in a flaming wreck. So the firefighters are outside, spraying down the wreck. Although they're not not in the section that you were in, or going to rather. They're more towards the back, where the explosion happened, which is toward the back.
Fair.
But they are there. The first responders are attempting to get into the living quarters and into the where the bridge is. So
No.
they're attempting. Whether they're successful is another matter all entirely.
Yeah, as she's walking through, she's going to take a second, and there will be a high-pitched hum.
Okay.
And she's going to look at her ring.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to see if she can find the human. Not nice word.
the human witch that replaced that with a bee?
Sure. I was going to go something more severe, but sure. She's a hunt.
Yep. I'm going to have you roll an investigation. And I'll give you advantage because you're using your
Nat 20. I
nat
don't need
20.
advantage.
Oh! You're right, you don't. Owie. Okay.
She is angry. This woman.
Yes, she is
Chased her
angry.
through space and time.
and more than one place in time.
Yeah.
Except this is only level. This is only episode 9, so I kind of don't want you to. We'll get to that. So this is what happens. Your natural 20 has clocked. I'm gonna say. Are you looking for something specific, or you're just doing a scan of the whole area before I even hop into that
Do
particular?
you really need to ask? Of course, she's scanning for someone in particular.
Okay, that's fair.
I will state,
Mm,
if allowed,
mm,
I would like to make a basically a kind of a not a retcon or anything, but the bullets she has in her gun, basically the equivalent of the Phantom. Well, a not as powerful Phantom Zone. It seals her, kind of thing. She can still get out if she tried hard enough, but it won't kill her. It'll look like it killed her, though. Kind of like what happened to Gallifrey.
okay,
Stuck in a moment in time.
that is fair. Your natural 20 has the residue of the person that you're looking for. Now, the other person that's in there is the Centauran, who, from this side of the door, you can hear him yelling quite loudly.
She's gonna open. Yeah, she'll run her hand over the door and unlock the door.
You unlock the door. There's the Centauran, yelling at all the people who are either. I mean, the way that the ship landed, and the reason why it landed in 3 pieces is that it did hit something on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And the nose of this ship hit the ground first and hardest. So most of the people that are in this room that had been sitting at their controls, controlling the ship, are under things, and it looks like they're screaming in pain. They are asking crying and asking the Centauran to help, move stuff out of the way so they can get out. Just, it's kind of bedlam between the screaming and the Centauran screaming at them. The Centauran's not being very nice to these people.
Yeah.
Yep. But the person that you're specifically looking for is not here.
Yeah. Well, as he's shouting, does he have his gun on him?
No, Kenny took that away from him.
Excellent. He's going to hear a click, and then she's going to say, "Mr. Potato Head, where's your boss?"
He turns around and looks at you and snarls.
Oh, somebody recognizes you as a Centauran, and you gotta get home mouthy. Right, I remember.
Hang on.
I don't
Both.
think he saw her. I don't think he knows who she is. She's just
Mm.
mouthy.
Oh yeah, but there is one person in this. Rags knows what a Centauran is. She's met Centaurans, both nice and mean ones. But it's Dylan that I'm going to be rolling for. Oh, that is a nat 20. He kind of he's kind of sidles up to you, Tessa, and goes, sister.
Mm-hmm.
From the stories I heard, that one there also wasn't being very nice.
Of course not. He's an angry little troll monster.
Hmm.
She looks back at the Santaran. Where is Aurora?
When you did what you did to our ship, she made a contingency plan.
Did she now?
Yes. And she neglected to tell me about it, so I was not privy.
Ooh, how does it feel to be a scapegoat? That's gotta hurt the old pride.
Where is
You're
that? Where is that little man that keeps cropping up? And who are you?
Me? I'm nobody in particular. No one of consequence. Although you can call me the Contessa.
Oh dear. Now I've got to actually pull up his character sheet. Well done.
I am nothing if not a provoking genius.
It's not that. I just that I was not expecting to play him without Kenny here, but we'll do it this way. Let's see. Okay. He doesn't know what that name means. I'm gonna let that stand.
She continues and says, although I suppose I was wearing a different face the last time you saw me. You know, leggy, blonde, more tolerant of your bullshit.
I mean, that's an 11. He sits there and goes, I do remember someone like that, but I was not concerned with that. And he kind of, with his meaty hand, kind of, person. I was more concerned with the man that was with you.
Oh, see, here's your problem. You really should have paid attention to her, cause, she was a Time Lord, and a Time Lord is far more dangerous than your little fish man. And now she's angry.
To what Rags kind of complete says the rest of, and you wouldn't like her when she's angry. He rolled.
She tries to hold. She is holding back a laugh.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. That was a 18 because you said Time Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he recognized that word. You are not related to the one that is the enemy of the Centauran Empire, are you?
No. I'm his friend, however. And honestly, my father calls Centauran the scum of the universe. President Rassilon is very contentious.
Now, is it the gun that you had? Are you pointing it at him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Let us see what he does. Let's see if the if he is looking at you.
Sad thing is, I'm giving up 2d6 to call him out right here, right now.
Uh-huh.
I could have popped him in the back of the head and got 2 extra d6.
Oh yes, I'm well aware. He's resisting the urge for the moment to charge at you.
Seems I struck a nerve. See, the difference between the doctor and I is he has this pesky little thing with morality. I have a more fluid relationship with it. She steps forward.
Mm-hmm.
She actually trains the gun on his head. And unlike the doctor,
Okay,
I
keep
have
going.
no qualms killing you here.
And he, because I rolled a
If
1.
I was gonna say, if he starts to charge, she's just gonna put a bullet in him.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. That is a 3 altogether on his wisdom check.
Okay, give me a second. 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Let's see, it's D10. Shit.
Did you take?
No.
Oh.
10.
10?
10 damage, and
Okay.
it's one of those dimension rounds.
Okay. So, let's see. First of all, you hit him squarely between the eyes. It doesn't look like it's done that much damage to him. But the dimension bullet, describe what it does.
When it hits him, it gives him a few seconds to register the hit.
Uh-huh.
And what Rags will see
Uh-huh.
is, from her perspective, is it hit him,
Mm-hmm.
and then it vanished, and then he slowly begins to, quote unquote, digitize.
Okay, he is still charging at you.
Yeah, she'll
Just-
step out of the way and just let him finish digitizing as
Yeah.
he's running past.
Well, actually, I'll do you one better because you rolled so good. He registers the hit, but he's still charging, and just as he gets to you, he's completely digitized. Like he has his hands out to choke the life out of you, but he doesn't get the chance.
For what it's worth, what he felt was the effect of getting thumped in the head with an eggcorn and then nothingness.
Right.
It's as humane as she was willing to go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Rags sees this. Yeah.
It probably looks like she just disintegrated him with a 45 caliber bullet.
Rags looks up at you and goes, "What was that?"
He charged first.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to, make mincemeat out of you.
Then I would say that I was justified, don't you?
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't kill him, Rags, she says. She walks over and she'll pick up the cartridge and show it to him, and there's a picture of who's in it.
Okay, well, as long as he's not dead, we're
Trapped in a
fine.
moment in He's trapped in a moment in time and held in a pocket dimension. Right here in this little cartridge.
Well, that must be handy. All right.
Hmm. It has its uses. Now, we need to figure out a way to get these people out of here and probably depuppified.
De-whatified?
Puppify.
Oh, right. Um, so you're going to go around to every person that's here that's still
Mm-hmm.
screaming their heads off.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's gonna do that. She's going to disable all of their tech so they pass out like Rags is.
Okay.
And then she is going to send Dylan back to the TARDIS to,
Mm-hmm.
write it up, like turn it right side.
Okay.
And then she's going to,
I'm assuming you explained to him how to do that.
I mean, she's just going to look at him and say, certainly your science class went over simple machines. Just using a lever would be perfectly fine.
Right.
It's lighter than it looks.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I'll go and do that. And you see him. I'll go and do that, sister. He's keeping up with
She
the
nods.
bit. he's keeping up with the bit, and he kind of. You see him trot off. You see,
yeah.
yeah. The first responders are. You start hearing the first responders coming up your way. It seems like they've dealt with the people that were in the living quarters.
Mm-hmm.
You're catching snippets of conversations. Some of them are of these were strange looking people from somewhere, they don't know where, and when they asked them questions it didn't make sense.
That's fair. When they get into the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
um, using her colonel credentials,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to have everybody that was taken from the ship
Mm-hmm.
brought to the TARDIS,
Okay.
and she's going to load them all up into the sick bay, repair all of the things, and then depuppify all of them, and then eventually work on getting them all home.
That's fair. So you as you are doing that, Rags is actually asking the first responders, like, what were they saying? She's actually getting more information so that you have an accurate
Mm-hmm.
time period to drop them off. And the first responders are telling her, well, some of them were saying that they were listening to that not listening, but they came from a place called Earth, which the first responders are going, yeah, that particular place, kind of went, don't want to say belly up, but we minded a dry of resources, so it's no longer viable for human habitation anymore. Hence the reason why they went out into the cosmos. But these people are insisting, no, we're from Earth. Technically, we're from England. England, what's that? Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
that kind of conversation. That's about maybe 5 or 6 of the people that you guys have found, that they were all humans. And
Mm-hmm.
of the humans, you only found two of them Dalek-fied. Only two.
Okay. Either way, she'll get the others treated.
Yeah, that's fine. The other people, because this was a fairly sizable ship, the other individuals on this ship, some of them said that they came from uh, planets that you would have heard of. It sounded like Aurora was picking people up from different planets, Earth being one of the latest, and keeping them on the ship and uh making sure that she always had a inner ring of people that she could go to, that she trusted, wherever she sat down. Although none of these people are from the same planet, from what you could tell, Tessa, that Aurora is from. Although you continually think that Aurora is a human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. So,
Okay. For now, like I said, she'll de-Dalekify some of the two, and then she will take a moment to drop Dylan back off if he wants, and to see if things got better.
Okay.
And then she'll go
okay.
about taking everyone else back.
So you go 100 years into the future. I won't make you roll for that, because that would be kind of too silly. When you managed to land the TARDIS right outside the bakery in 100 years' time, and when you step out, you know that hole that you made when you came in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oy. Does the rest of it look bombed out?
No, actually. It looks like time has advanced, 100 years into the future. It looks like things have gotten better. There are yeah, it's what you prevented whatever happened to this planet. If that's what you were attempting to do, which I think that's what you were attempting to do.
Yeah.
It looked like yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
Go ahead.
It matches up with your original memory of what was supposed to be going on with this planet.
She'll get a smile on her face, and she'll come back in and say, "That's a bit more like it."
Dylan.
Well,
yeah. Dylan looks at this and goes, "This is amazing. You fixed it."
I simply returned it to the way it was supposed to be.
Right. But is anybody
going
Hmm?
Do you want to find out where you fit in this little speck of the galaxy?
Yeah, I think I do.
She'll, if he gives her his full name, she'll look him up.
He does. I don't have it because all I have is Dylan, because we didn't come up with a middle or last name, but.
Oh, sure.
But you do, and what it says is that he's supposed to be this particular planet, one of the things that it was famous for, according to the official history and the history that you remember, this particular planet was famous for its tolerance of all people, whether they were black, brown, pink with purple polka dots, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Every race, every creed, every religion. This planet was a planet of acceptance and tolerance. Like they learned from what didn't happen from their home planet.
Fair.
Yeah. The other thing that they are famous for is that in this particular part of the cosmos, is that they are also famous for their military. They're a peacekeeping force. They're not exactly military. Um, the military is voluntary. You can choose to go into the military or not. It kind of doesn't matter. But they are famous for their military. That's the other thing that
Mm-hmm.
they're most famous for. And he was supposed to. Dylan was supposed to be 17 going on 18, supposed to be entering into the military force because that is what he decided, that's what he volunteered to do because he wanted to be someone to protect this particular section of the universe. Um, and he was about ready to go into basic training if that wonderful thing
Yeah.
called basic training. Uh, yes.
Well, we got you back in time for you to ship out.
Okay.
For what it's worth, this planet has one of the best peacekeeping forces in the galaxy. Mm, just under Gallifreyans, of course.
Right. Do you think anybody's going to believe that I, traveled 100 years in the past and fixed this?
Well, you knew what I was. So, it stands to reason that there are others that would know who my species is. She'll walk in there and
You walk in where?
yeah,
Do you walk into the bakery?
no, she'll walk into the TARDIS.
Okay.
For now.
All right.
She is basically going to, I guess, take a like non-critical piece of the TARDIS, and she is going to sign it the Contessa or the
Mm-hmm.
Countessa
Right.
in Gallifreyan, and
Oh,
then in his language underneath.
okay. Kind of like a one-on-one translation.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. Um,
And if they ever ask for proof, here you go. Jesus.
thank you.
She nods.
And he steps up to you, looks at you, and says, I'm no good at asking these things." And he kind of does the back and forth with his foot. And he starts to red. You can see the ears starting to turn a little bit red, like he's embarrassed. Um, can can I can I hug you?
Uh, sure.
He steps up and he gives you a hug. Not the bone crushing hug that you got from Williams. Like that strong. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a 17-year-old. Um, but I felt a heartfelt hug.
That's fair. And for what it's worth, and it's mildly obvious,
Mm-hmm.
the Countessa has a thing with like mushy emotions. So
Mm-hmm.
it takes her a second. She just kind of has her arms out for a sec and then she brings them in
Mm-hmm.
slowly. She's like, okay.
Yep. Oh yes. I'm quite familiar with that. Oh dear. Uh,
Yeah. It's the, oh, right, I need to have human emotions.
right. And then he backs off from the embrace. Rags is there, back at her koboldy self. Um, and she and he walks up to her, her 3 foot tall self, and says, um. Rex, can I also give you a hug? Of course, you can give me a hug. Hug. And in your mind, Tessa, well, that hasn't changed. Her being a
I
kobold, her
think
being a Time Lord, that didn't change.
she, the uppity human, will get back. In all fairness, it didn't change from when he was around either.
Very true. Uh, uh, and so after they're finished hugging, he goes, I thank you for saving this world. Um, and then he looks down at the gift that you gave him, and you see him smile, and then he looks at the two of you. Oh, goodbye. And he walks out of the TARDIS.
Bye. She looks at Rags and kind of chuckles and says, "Why don't we give him a little bit of a show?" She says, and she's gonna go running around the console, flicking switches and.
As you're flicking switches, I'm going to give him a part of a show. I am going to have you roll the 3 thingies, but when you crash landed 100 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
TARDIS was technically broken.
She'll fix it. I can roll the engineering roll to fix it.
True, but the only reason why you came back is because basically you went back to the same place just 100 years, and that wasn't the thing that was broken. You going forwards and backwards in time on this planet, that didn't break.
Yeah.
And what broke this time was you actually being able to go into space.
No, that's fair.
Yep.
For now, just to keep with the show, she'll move the TARDIS somewhere else on the planet.
Okay, that's fair.
She'll do the teleporty vanish thing and just have it pop up somewhere else until she can fix it.
Okay, that's fair. uh, so you run around. I'm going to have you roll an engineering. Yep, an engineering. That's
16.
16. You do it in spades. You have the yeah. You describe how you're going to make the TARDIS, do the show.
Oh, it's the basic typical, like, she makes it make the loud noise and then it vanishes in front of his eyes just like any other quote unquote departing companion.
That's true. That is true. Where do you have it? Because you're going somewhere else on the planet. Where do you take the TARDIS? Do you take it somewhere where
A remote plateau somewhere,
Okay.
just in the middle of nowhere.
All right. I am going to have you. All I'm going to do is have you roll stick the landing, but I have to look that up, obviously. Because all you're not going into the vortex. You're not going. You're not plotting. Well, you technically you're plotting the course.
Technically, we're just translocating.
Yeah. So I'll have you do the stick the landing bit, which is yeah. Just do a dexterity saving throw or dexterity check. That's what I meant.
17.
You make it. I'm not even going to roll on the table.
I don't need to break this again.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
After they land, she'll go about fixing the rest of it so they can get out.
Okay, so this time the thing that broke is not necessarily in the console, because you fixed that particular part the last time you did this.
Mm-hmm.
This time the thing that broke is actually somewhere in the engines. Well, in the engine section, not necessarily the engines.
Oh, bugger.
You wander back there.
Yeah, she grabs spelunking gear on the way out. Like Rags will see her grab a full climbing set.
What? Are you going to go climbing?
Yes, I have to go to the engine room.
Okay. Oh
you
boy.
want to come?
Well, sure. And she goes with you. As you're walking past, you see Williams still in his tube. And he's sitting there, and he's got a little screen up. And he's sitting there, kind of with his elbows on the table like this. And the show that he's currently watching, oddly enough, is Bridgerton.
Yeah, that's weird.
The particular scene that you're watching is one of the scenes with Maggie Smith.
Oh.
And I'm so sorry.
She's just gonna look and say, no offense to her, but I prefer Downton Abbey.
And well, he just kind of looks up. Oh, I already watched that. I was watching. This was my next thing to watch.
Fair enough.
And he goes back to watching it. A little drop for people who know what happened yesterday. She was a fantastic actress. Fantastic actress. So you and Rags are going to the engine room. You get to the engine room, just like you remember it.
All 14 stories of it.
Yep, all 14 stories of it. And you've got to find one broken part in all these stories.
Well, lucky for her, she's a Time Lord.
Yes. Yes, she is. Let's see here. For you to find it, I want you to first roll me an investigation check.
15.
You find it. It is on the. Oh, I'm gonna put it's on the 9th floor.
She just sighs.
And this particular part is actually one of the newer parts. Like, he actually cared about what was going on in the engine room.
Well, at least we won't have to climb through all the muck.
Oh, so what broke?
She says, honestly, our orbital alignment thruster control system. It's up there. She points up.
Oh my goodness gracious me. So, that is a large crack in that particular. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Now you see why the climbing gear.
Yes. Do you have tools?
She just holds her hand up.
And?
It's her ring.
Okay.
Her sonic.
Alright.
She does have parts like on her belt, the part
Okay.
to replace it, but
Right.
I mean, sonic screwdriver does everything pretty much.
Yes, it does. Except for
Deal with wood.
that. Well, that was his. That doesn't necessarily have to be yours.
And turn screws. So she does have an actual screwdriver.
That's fair. Let's while you're doing that, I think you might need a little bit extra help. Rags kind of fiddles around on her vortex manipulator, and out pops the little white ball of energy. It kind of floats up to where you are, Tessa.
Is this your way of saying you don't want to make the climb with me?
Okay. I may be one of you now, but I'm still afraid of heights.
You do know with your tail alone you're a better climber than I am. Just saying.
And she puts her hands on her hips and taps her foot.
She shrugs and looks at the ball and says, "Come on, Lacey." And she'll start climbing up.
And Lacey will follow you.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now I want you to make an engineering check, and because Lacey is helping you, not that you're going to need it, advantage.
Dirty 20.
Very nice. You fixed the part. And Lacey goes,
It was either that or an 18.
well, that's true. And you can almost hear Lacey go, we make a good team.
Well, I like to think so.
you hear Lacey kind of do a girlish giggle. Now, since
She chuckles a bit too.
Now, I didn't have to use climbing gear to get up here, so I'm going to zip back down.
Mm-hmm.
And tell Rags that we fixed the problem.
Of course, I'll be down in a bit.
Okay. And you see the little ball of light kind of zip down. You see the ball, kind of going up and down. You can't hear what's going on because it's the distance is too great. but you get the sense that Lacey is kind of regaling Rags about how they helped you fix this part, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Rags like, mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. Do the nodding, and then you see the little ball of light go back down into the vortex manipulator. What do you do?
Climb back down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then I suppose we should go figure out how to deal with the fishman.
Well, we've first got to figure out what's happening to the fish man. I mean, other than him winking in and out, right?
She nods. We can have the we can have the medical bay get a good scan of him, and then we'll take it from there.
Well, I mean, if it's going to help, I'd kind of like him. I like him to stick around if you don't mind.
I don't plan on letting him fade into nothingness. At worst, he'll end up in that tube for longer than we think.
All right. So you two trudge down to the med bay. Um, at this point, he has turned off the little TV. The the uh medical bot that's outside
Mm-hmm.
it is he is looking at the medical bot going, no, I don't need a shot, no. It's what Williams is doing, and the medical bot's going, but I sense uh the stress and things. I must, you know, I must do I must I have a duty of care, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's just basically going to say, I'm going to need you to do a temporal scan of him. And for now, do we know what time he comes from? It was rather late in the centuries, yeah?
I think he told us, but no, he's never told us what year he came from. Only I'm gonna have to
Uh,
ask him.
given given his gun, I think I can determine it roughly.
Yep. Okay, that is
She's actually, while the scan is being done, she's actually going to send the TARDIS to his planet
that
in
is
the time frame he is supposed to be in,
okay.
or roughly. While they're getting scanned, because her thought is bringing him to a point in a place where he 100% is guaranteed to exist may,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, planet of shark people. It's fine.
I am going to have you roll. Because this is now we are doing the travel checks. Um,
I'm sorry. I need a second.
mm,
I will be right back.
okay. By the way, I will say this to my good friend Lemon. Our enthusiastic leader not only played a game on on the Goodwill Society, but she also did something for Night Vale the RPG. So if you happen to be over on that particular YouTube channel, go and watch it because she was good in that game. Um, Good Time Society. And the people that she was with, other than Becca Scott hosting it, was Steph Wilborn and Whitney Moore. So yes, and you're quite welcome, Lemon. So go over there, and that's to anybody else who happens to be watching.
I'm back. Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're fine.
Hey, Trisha.
What were you guys talking about?
Oh, our enthusiastic leader, one Amy Dallin. She is doing stuff on a channel called the Good Time Society with Miss Becca Scott. And she did a game with them called Night Shift. Yeah. It's a new-ish game by a content creator. So that's over on that particular YouTube channel. And Amy also has done a thing for do you know the podcast thing Night Vale?
Nope.
It's a interesting / creepy podcast about this town called Night Vale. And just it's creepy. If you listen to any of the things out there, it's just wow. Well, they decided to make an RPG out of it, and Amy was doing the promo for it, and it's appropriately creepy. Just putting it out there. But it's both Lemon and I are a part of her wonderful army, and I was telling him, because I forgot to tell him yesterday, about her being playing this particular game. So I was telling him that while you were away. So where were we? That's right.
Checks, I think.
Checks, yes. So we're going to both time and space. So I want you to roll me an intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the skill again?
Intelligence check with navigator's tools.
Okay.
Hmm?
15.
Again, you nail it right on the nose. Well, no, you don't. You overdid. You make it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's 11 plus 2 plus 2.
Yep.
Intelligence check of 2, proficiency 2.
Yep. Okay, so there's that. Now you want to roll a dexterity check. I have those numbers.
14.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be interesting. Okay. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm really not. Um. Okay, I'll do that. What I rolled was a temporal collision. Your ship collides with another object traveling through time.
Oh, balls.
Yes, all balls. Uh, let's see.
Which one of my incarnations is showing up? Wait, there's only one other one.
Yep, there is.
I know what this is. This is a Red Nose Day. It's Red Nose Day.
Yes, it's Red Nose Day. Oh, let's see here. Your group must make a collaborative check. So, let's see here. I'm going to, oh, how do you do collaborative checks? That's something interesting. I cannot spell to save my life. That is not how you spell that. I can't spell. Damn it. I truly hate this. Collaborative. Concept. Cover story. What the fuck? It doesn't tell me? Oh, for freak's sake! Oh no, here it is. Let's see. Collaborative text. Da 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 da. Come on. Move down. Okay. This is going to be dexterity saving throws, a collaborative check for this. And I'm going to have Rags roll me as one. Also as this. Sorry. Oh, well, okay. Did you hear me, Katie?
Sorry. My earphones cut out. What's up?
Okay. I want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. This is a collaborative check. Had to go and find the frickin'
19 plus 5.
and
24.
Rags, yeah, and Rags rolled a nat 20. So the thing that happened, you guys make. Let's see. Let's make a collaborative check to avoid getting tangled in the other traveler's temporal wake. So what happens is the TARDIS that you guys are on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it is the other you.
Oh, ball sacks.
Going somewhere else in time and space. This ought to be funny. And both of these TARDISes kind of collide but get out of each other's way.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. This might lead to a social encounter with the pilots of the other ship. So, guess what? You get to have a social interaction with yourself. You get to talk to yourself for a few minutes.
Or better yet, you can take over Blondie.
I can't. Oh, well,
I think it'd be more entertaining.
oh god, yes. Okay. You get a blip on your particular TARDIS. I think I have Tress. I have Tress originally. I don't think I have her. Well, I'll just use those stats.
Yeah, they didn't change much. I mean, the only thing that really went up was her HP.
Okay, that's fair. So, Tessa, you see a blue-eyed, blonde-haired woman trying to ring this particular TARDIS.
She'll answer the call. Why not? Oh,
What the bollocks are you doing? Where did you get your TARDIS license? From a Cracker Jack box?
no, honestly, my daddy bribed the instructor.
Your daddy?
Well, my dad.
Who is this?
Well, that's a bit complicated to explain.
How so?
Well, the easiest way to come out is to come out and say it. So, I'm you. Although, you may call me Tessa.
Wait. How can I be you? Did something happen to me?
Yes.
Was it a good something or was it a bad something?
In the words of a friend of ours, spoilers.
Let me guess. Future?
Well, considering you haven't regenerated yet, yes.
Eh.
It kind of throws that mystique out of the.
Well, I'm looking forward to being you. She gives him a non-committal shrug. Who's the mythical creature standing there behind you? Because Rags has come up behind you. Wait! What the?
Oh, apparently this version of me hasn't met you yet, Rags.
Wait, that's another. Oh dear.
Yes, look at the TARDIS behind her. It's not even the Doctor's, it's mine.
Yeah, and
Well, it's hers.
And you look at hers, and it's the I think you originally described it as classic Greek.
Yeah, it looked basically the equivalent of it looked like the Parthenon, but
Right.
brand new.
Right. Brand new Parthenon. So that's what it looks like on the inside. And are you disgusted by this, Tessa, or are you intrigued?
She looks mortified.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
It's a bit too gaudy for her taste.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, I forgot how out there I was.
Out there I was. Excuse me. I have just had one of my songs go platinum. Again.
And it's what, your like 50th?
49th.
Oh wow. I did catch you at an odd time, didn't I? Huh.
Yes.
Well, I will give you this little bit. You'll at least get to 52 before you become me.
Considering the adventure I just had with one Captain Jack, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah. Oh, bit of bad news. You can't sing anymore.
I can't what?
Yeah, Tessa tries to carry a tune.
And it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Even Rex is sitting there going, "Oh God!" and this other version of you kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, I do hope this was for all a good cause, but
That is yet to be determined.
yes. Where were you heading, my dear?"
She'll give the planet because Katie can't remember it.
I don't think Kenny ever gave us the planet.
He did. He is quite proud of his home planet.
I can't remember the planet either, so let's just.
She gives the name.
Yeah. And,
Plus, she's a Time Lord. She would know where he's from.
yeah, that's
just by
true.
looking at his species.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wait, why would you ever want to go there? You know that place is full of shark people, right?
Yep. We currently have a shark person blinking in and out of existence in. She goes air quotes, my TARDIS. We're trying a theory.
Right. Well, I was headed on my way, and I had gone to Earth, and I was headed on my way. I got invited by the Centaurans.
Oh. Fair.
Well, let's see.
I just put a Santaran into a pocket dimension. So similar, I suppose.
Well, let's see if we can get our two TARDISes apart so we can get on to whatever adventures we have.
I think that would be for the best, yes.
So, what are we rolling for this? Because this is going to be an interesting check. This is going to be again a collaborative check. I'm going to pull that out, and this is kind of where we're going to end this particular thing. Is this an engineering or is this a science? This would be an engineering, wouldn't it? This would be an engineering. Oh, come on. I am not doing this to your other character.
I got an 18 for what it's worth.
Yeah, 15. We overall made our checks. You, between you and your previous self, managed to get the
Who
two...
is kind of a ditz.
Well, she's blonde. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So between the two of you, you managed to get the TARDISes unhooked from each other. She takes one look at you and goes, "Well, thank you for the interesting and ominous whatever this is going to happen to be." Yes?
If you ever end up in World War II, wear sensible shoes. For the love of all that is holy.
Why would I ever want to get out of my high heels?
Just do it.
And she turns off her end, and you see her TARDIS kind of whisk off.
I feel like I can see what I can see the camera splitting in two, and both versions cutting off the thing and just looking, going,
What a prick.
Yeah, what a prick.
As the two tortoises go off to each side, let's see here. That was the navigate the vortex. That was brilliantly done. And now you get to stick the landing, and that this will be the last roll of the game. So roll me a DC dexterity check.
Okay. 21.
Well, you've succeeded that one. Oh, come on, not that. Oh, Lord, not that. All right. You land the TARDIS on the planet in the most inconspicuous spot. And that, my dear time travelers, is where we're going to be ending this wonderful, beautiful game. We've already taken care of one of the big bads, although he might make a return. And that's a big might. I haven't decided that yet. So, my beautiful, wonderful friend, we're doing the
Yes.
sign-off. Go.
Yes. Oh, hi. I'm Katie Wynn. I played the emotionally dead inside Countessa. I say emotionally dead. She's not. She's full of rage.
At the moment, she's full of rage.
And yeah. Now that I've done my Wednesday Addams shtick, sure.
I have been your wonderful time master. I played the bad guy Centauran. I played Dylan, who took a very interesting trip through time. Thanks for this. Twyford and I are both very relieved. You are very welcome, Lemon. And I also played Rags, both as her Cobalt self and now as this new Time Lord. Yeah, I want to thank y'all. Oh, I also do my own streaming. I stream Tuesday to Friday, from 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time to 5 p.m. over on my channel at Leah Sky 2. So come over there and watch me play some games. And with that, I do not believe that yeah. With that, we will be ending the stream. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, peeps.